So we had Blitz. Look at these guys. Blitz is a big YouTuber, boys. Like 168,000 subscribers. He's a big boy, okay? He covers a lot of games, and he was actually sponsored to go and oh my god, guys. Okay, yeah, I guess like nobody cares about Diablo Immortal, man. Like it kind of feels bad. Like look at this. We have Expedition 33, 153,000 views, and then we have Diablo Immortal 162, man. Man, we are playing the wrong game, guys. Oh my god. But either way, guys, he's an awesome dude, and I really want to see his perspective from someone that never actually played Diablo Immortal. It was his first time. He was on site on the Blizzard campus for the first time, and he was playing Diablo Immortal. Let's see what he has to say.
Bear form or werewolf form, chat? Comment down below which team are you. The Druid class in Diablo Immortal has insane CC capabilities. Bear form offers a more tankier defense.
Man, it brings like that YouTuber vibe, right? You know what I'm saying? It brings like that YouTuber vibe.
But crazy crowd control with its bear hug swings. And extreme knockup, which can decimate crowds in PvE content. The werewolf form is a quick striking beast that can dash in and out, slashing and mauling enemies within your path, drawing on also crazy damage. But also look at this mobility. Holding down the dash ability that the werewolf has, it allows you to clear an entire map. As long as you hold this down and just...
Okay, so guys, this is how you do proper YouTube. Yeah, this is how you do proper YouTube.
Move around while using it, you could sprint for an insane amount of time. I tested this out in towns and in other game modes. They really weren't kidding with the Druid being really fast and a very mobile class. And outside of the forms, the base kit of the Druid in its human form is also extremely powerful. And we have a pretty sweet combo I can't wait to showcase to you guys, for you all to try out when this class releases. Major thank you to Blizzard for inviting me to their headquarters so we can get hands-on gameplay trying out the Druid, and also for sponsoring this video. My experience with the Druid was
I want to see, guys, I am literally just interested on these first
pretty
thoughts.
awesome, but overwhelming at first because I really didn't know where to start.
Yeah.
Simply because the Druid's kit is extremely versatile in however you really want to play it. Druids can basically lock enemies down using the right abilities and is a complete nuisance in team fights. The class is very flexible in however you want to play. But of course, while bear form and werewolf forms have their own moveset, transform...
His build was... it's kind of cute, guys. Like, because like he doesn't play Diablo Immortal. He plays many other games. He actually does like very well. But you know, like if you play for the first time and there's like a new class and like it's super overwhelming.
Forming does require energy from your green bar, which some abilities refill up, and generally you can raise it by basic attacking. Transformations consume the bar, draining it slowly, and other moves from the Druid in human form can too, like Surging Stones. This move you guys are going to want to be using non-stop, whether it's PvE or PvP.
This is the best
range it clears is pretty dynamic. It pretty much felt like a press to win button that auto-targets nearby enemies with its...
Look at this. Guys, this is actually... And if your character is super strong, there is a way to make the Surging Stone become 100% uptime, multiple dashes, okay? And you just one-shot everything. You literally just one-shot everything. So it's like the same as you have the Vortex for the Tempest, but the Vortex for the Tempest is just one. Here, you have three at the same time.
It's insane range and how often it really ticks. And then PvP, the very first hit that you land on an enemy provides a great knockup, which can disorientate them, providing a really good stun,
like,
and then allowing you to chain together some other wild combos. Shoutouts to Misery Hates Company and Echo Gaming. They showed me this and even did it to me a few times. At first, you need a full green bar so you can maximize the length at which you use this. So you start off with Surging Stones, and it's going to knock enemies up and slowly use the green bar. Then you transform into bear form and use the third ability to grab and swing enemies around.
The thing is, like, I feel like if you're gonna use two primal powered drainers, which is Surging Stone, which is gonna consume, I think it's like 10 primal power per second, and your Werebear 5 per second. So it's like you're gonna be spending like 15 primal power per second. I don't know if it is actually gonna be a good build, because remember, once the bar is out, you cannot transform anymore. So, or you're gonna go for like a burst build, or you want to be in the bear form for a very long time. So that you're actually gonna have to
further stunning them even longer. And while they're stunned and you use all of your bear abilities, you can revert back to human form and start using your movesets in that form, leading back into Surging Stones, which at this point most enemies are terrified of, and it deals crazy good damage while executing them. I don't know exactly how viable Druid is in a 1v1 format, but with team support and helping you out here, it could potentially be a wild combination. When I was using the Druid, the dopamine from chaining all the abilities together were hitting all the perfect spots. Both left and right sides of my brain were firing on all cylinders, seeing those crazy damage numbers. Since the Druid is a hybrid type of character.
To be fair, I will say that Blizzard in general does the numbers. The numbers on whenever you're fighting, the numbers coming out, they feel extremely good. I feel like, in my opinion, probably the best game with this, it is actually World of Warcraft Vanilla. Classic. Oh, bro, the numbers feel so good. Whenever you crit, they become like massive. I'm not talking about these massive. I'm saying
character offering a different play style. You don't need to fully focus on the transformations if you really don't want to. The base kit of the Druid has some really awesome stuff. In regards to healing, of course, being in tune with nature, the Druid can also be a solid support in raids and team environments. Surging Stones in both PvE.
I just want to show you guys something. Can we zoom here? Can we just, guys, we're just gonna zoom here because let me show you something. All right. Indez has defeated Mad Wolf. Mad Wolf has defeated Indez. Indez has defeated Mad Wolf. Mad Wolf has defeated Indez. Yeah, I was fighting, guys. So, yeah. So, this was a collab between me and Blitz, as you guys can see, because I appear on the screen.
PvE and PvP are pretty much a godsend, as it can secure W's with the amount of area it does cover. But not only that, it knocks off enemies. I had a lot of fun getting demolished in PvP myself, and also stomping everything in PvE. Seeing big numbers go boom across 20 plus targets at once, I mean, you guys are Diablo players, so you totally get it. But the Druid has a lot of fun with that. Across these movesets, I did like the Earthquake move a lot, and there were some interesting essence combos with the class. But I definitely want to experiment more because there are so many moves and so many possibilities with these essences. For one example, the Fire Tornado is a standard move where you pretty much can put a Fire Tornado, and enemies nearby it will take damage over time, and it can clear some crowds. But you can also equip an essence to your character, which will make the Fire Tornado instead of putting an actual tornado down.
This is so interesting seeing from like an outside perspective. Like I don't know. I just find like this very interesting. Like, is his first time, and he's saying like, okay, you can actually do this as the standard, but if you put this essence, you can actually, you know, do like this big damage.
In an area around enemies, it'll just automatically detonate the tornado over you and slowly pull enemies in towards you while dealing some damage. Raven Swarm was another good move with awesome potential. It has multiple charges, but it can get an essence that makes it so that using this can increase your mobility. And there was a gear combination, I'm forgetting the name of it, I'm probably going to put it on screen if I find it in my footage, that actually enhances Raven Swarm even more because it's based off of the mobility that your character is doing, making it a pretty sweet combo to start off matches with. The Druid itself has an amazing walk speed already, so using this combo I can already tell will definitely be an
in human form. You actually need the Raven, because the Ravens is going to give you 30% more, which is going to put you at 60% or 50% in this case. If you want to always be fast, you need to be in the werewolf form, because the werewolf is actually going to give you 30%. And then there is this essence that if you want, whenever you have your pets, your 2 wolves, for each wolf you have, so you have 2, it's going to give you 15% more, which is going to give you 30% more. So I don't know if he actually stacks, because like that essence for the pets is actually on the main hand. So the main hand is usually where you have like the most powerful spells for the Druid. So, but I'm just saying that for farming, maybe it's going to work.
Interesting one. Thorn Armor also has a lot of essences to change the way that it functions. It can also benefit and boost other moves as well when you start off by using it in your rotation.
By the way, these numbers are nothing. This is a trash, bro. This was literally a 8K resonance trash class. Okay, there's nothing. There's no reforgers. There was no substats. There's nothing. Like there was like literally my free-to-play account does way more damage than this.
And finally, the Summon Wolves move. This move reminds me of the Necromancer, which can keep up undead enemies to help you out. You can do the same with the Wolves, which deal great damage. And if I had to think of the really like ideal kit that I like the most for the base form Druid, I did enjoy Surging Stones a lot. This was a move that almost everybody was using nonstop. I think it's going to be like the press to win type of move that you can't go wrong with using. Summon Wolves was another great move that I thoroughly enjoyed. And then either Fire Tornado or Bear form or Wolf form. I don't think having both forms on your action bar is exactly the route that you need to take.
There's actually a good point that he's saying, because that was one of my pieces of feedback that I gave to the devs. If you play in other games, especially WoW, it's kind of cool that you can have like to shapeshift between, you know, both forms. And even in Diablo 4, I don't think you can also do that. It's like, or you spec on the werewolf, or you spec on the bear. But how cool it will be that you are in battlegrounds and you are getting attacked and you want to go to the idol, you shapeshift into the bear. Then you want to chase the wizard and then you go to the werewolf. You know, can you guys imagine like the playstyle? How could it be like to shapeshift between like these forms? I think that will be absolutely crazy. And I'm not gonna say who, but there was someone in Blizzard that is pretty up there that they told me like they were trying to do that, but then later on they ran into these like technical problems or whatever. So there is a chance that if they fix that, maybe we're gonna have some multiple shape-shifting forms builds.
I'm pretty sure there will be builds that make great use using both of them, but I felt like using one or the other made it so that you can actually save more of your green bar when using like Surging Stone or transforming and then untransforming to go back into your normal moves. There is a move called Rabid Might that can extend the transformation duration, making it so that these forms can actually last a little bit longer and also making your green bar last a little bit longer, which can in a lot of situations be very viable for combat situations. And also, of course, you can cancel out of any form at any time to save your green bar.
So they said that they were going to fix it. So in the private build that we were testing, the wolves are still bugged. Okay, but they said they were going to fix it. So if they fix it, until when it goes live, you're going to be able to AFK farm with it.
Or you don't have to stay in the form until it fully depletes or run out. As a matter of fact, a lot of players were doing this where they would start off with Surging Stone, go through their entire rotation, transform, use all the moves while transformed, and then revert back to human form in order to build back up meter, cast out another Surging Stone, rinse, repeat. There were some moves like the Charging Stag move that I didn't really focus on or use at all. I did see Echo Gaming use that move specifically a lot, and it did seem to have quite a few effects within its essence. But in all honesty, I want to hear what you guys think in the comments down below. What do you think about the Druid class? You don't have to wait too long.
I think it sucks, guys. This is not better than my barbarian, man. I don't like it. Everyone is gonna play Druid. Like, I'm gonna go into Battlegrounds. It's only gonna be Druids everywhere. I don't know. I'm not gonna play that class. That class sucks, bro.
Actually, to play as a Druid, because according to the Apple Store article here, they officially state that the Druid is making its way to the game on Diablo Immortal on July 3rd. So on that day, you guys will be able to try all this out for yourselves and let me know what you think. Special thanks again to Blizzard for inviting me to check out the Druid and also for sponsoring this video. If you guys want to see more Diablo content, drop a comment and let me know what you guys think. Be sure to like the video.
Look at this statue. By the way, this Diablo this is a cosplay. This is not a statue. This is a cosplay that someone was actually inside it like 20 years ago whenever they launched Diablo game.
If you enjoyed, and subscribe if you are new. More gaming videos are on the way and you don't want to miss them. My name is Blitz and thanks for watching.
All right, boys. We have here Blitz. It, by the way, is a great freaking guy, man. It was really nice to see like an outside perspective from someone that never played Diablo Immortal, man.